The big story we're tracking from poll-bound Madhya Pradesh. The battle for the state is heating up, with the BJP now releasing its second list. There are 7 sitting members of parliament, including 3 ministers, that have featured in the BJP's second list. And this, of course, has been the most interesting political development that has taken place. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Chouhan is going to be contesting a state election after nearly 2 decades of being in politics. Ministers Prahlad Patel and Phaggan Khulaste are also going to be contesting this election. These, remember, are not political lightweights. We're talking about the Agriculture Minister, the Rural Development Minister, the Food Processing Minister, all sitting ministers in the Modi cabinet who have been given tickets to contest in the state election. The BJP National General Secretary Kailash Vijayvargiya, who was in charge, remember, of West Bengal and spent several months in fact, putting the BJP strategy in place in West Bengal. He's natively, of course, from Indore in Madhya Pradesh. He's been given a ticket to contest an election. He's going to be contesting after nearly a decade in the local polls. And it's also going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because remember, the 4 individuals there on your screens, 3 sitting union ministers and the BJP National Secretary. It's not ordinary for those 4 gentlemen to make it to the BJP's second list in Madhya Pradesh. It all points to the fact that it could be time up for the sitting Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chouhan, who has been the Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh for 18 years and counting. So are one of these 4 gentlemen, if the BJP comes to power, going to be the front runners as far as the Chief Minister is concerned? All of those are big questions that still need to be answered. Crucially, it's also going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because only one Scindia loyalist so far has been given a ticket. 2 lists of the BJP, of course, are out. Now, let's go right across to our team of reporters who've been tracking the details of this story. We have Vasudha joining us from New Delhi and Amritanshi joining us from Bhopal. We'll also be joined by 2 senior journalists to further analyze this list. But first, let me go across to you, Amritanshi. It's very fascinating to see this second list of the party that has come out. 7 members of parliament, including 3 ministers, that have featured in this list. What is the message that is being sent out?
The message is very clear. BJP is totally giving the message that nepotism will not work in MP elections in the 2023, because the BJP has always been targeting Congress because of the nepotism, especially the Gandhi family. BJP is always targeting Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and whole family, telling that the nepotism is always been active, always been going on in the Gandhi family. Here in the second list, the faces who were making the list with the Central Election Committee have also been fielded by the BJP party in the coming elections. Kailash Vijayvargiya, the National Secretary of BJP, will now be contesting elections from the Indore seat. His son Akash Vijayvargiya, who is in current MLA from the Indore seat, he has not been given ticket by the BJP party. The Kailash Vijayvargiya will be contesting from the Indore seat. Whereas if we talk about Prahlad Singh Patel, his brother Jalam Singh Patel is also a current MLA from the Narsinghpur seat in Madhya Pradesh. His ticket has also been replaced by Prahlad Singh Patel, who is the union minister in the Modi cabinet. And also Phaggan Singh Khulaste, who is a very big tribal leader of Madhya Pradesh. He is also a union minister, is also now contesting election from the Nivas seat in the Mahakaushal region. So BJP is totally here giving a message, and BJP is also very tensed about the survey which have been coming from last few months. Yes. Like if we talk about the central survey which was conducted by Amit Shah, the survey which was conducted by Shivraj Singh Chouhan, BJP already knows that their ground report is not good totally. That's why BJP is totally now dependent on the big faces in Madhya Pradesh. If we talk about also Narendra Singh Tomar, who is also the Central Minister or Central Agriculture Minister, yes, also a very big face in the Gwalior-Chamal region, and Gwalior-Chamal region was the reason why BJP lost their election in 2018. So BJP is now contesting their elections on 3 central ministers and 7 sitting MPs. Preeti Pathak from Sidi, Uday Pratap Singh, who is also a very big face of a particular region in Madhya Pradesh.
Yes. Amritanshi, thanks very much for breaking down this list for us. And Vasudha, while of course we always look at who's who's made it to the list. What's going to be very interesting about Madhya Pradesh is who's not made it. So, whether it's the brothers and sons of politicians and leaders who've made it to the list who have been removed, it's also going to be very interesting to see how the BJP is going to play a balancing game as far as accommodating Scindia loyalists who helped the BJP form the last government in Madhya Pradesh. So it's a tightrope walk as far as these candidates are concerned.
Absolutely, Rishika. I think this election in Madhya Pradesh is going to be about seasoned politicians and seasoned politics. So I think there are three ways to look at it. What happened yesterday, the list that has come out yesterday, basically has a lot of political undertones. One is clearly the BJP sending out mixed signals that, anybody could be the CM right now. And, this is a game of political ownership. This is a high stakes battle. This is a message being sent to all political workers of the BJP that, be ready for this battle. This is your battle to fight, and we are not giving up on Madhya Pradesh. This state is really crucial for the party. And it's also symbolic that this list comes just hours after the Prime Minister probably addressed the largest Karyakarta Sammelan or Karyakarta Mahakumbh in Bhopal. So that is also quite reflective of the fact that the focus is on building the party, strengthening it from within, so that this 20 years fatigue is something that is recognized, addressed, and course correction is done as soon as possible. Not like in Karnataka where you start working towards the end and only the party workers get enthused and the voters don't, right? So here also the second point is all the people who have been, the heavyweights who have been asked to fight are all multiple times MPs, right? Like Fagan Kulkulasthi is an MP for 6 terms, and look at Narendra Singh Chouhan. He's been an MP for 3 terms. He's a strong man of Morena, and there has been a little discontent ever since Jyotiraditya also joined the BJP. So there's a BJP faction, there's an old Congress faction. So this is also one way of telling the core BJP workers that this is your chance to prove yourself. And I think the BJP is also rewriting its leadership story in Madhya Pradesh. Of course, these are the seats only for C and D categories of constituencies, which means the most challenging seats. Of course, Shivraj Singh Chouhan's name has not appeared as yet, but of course, more lists are expected to come. It's just 78 of 230 seats which have been announced till now. But this also shows that the BJP is trying to attempt a reimagination, a reworking of its own leadership strategy and sending out a clear message to not just its workers, but also to its voters that anybody could be the CM. And we are aware and cognizant of the challenges of 18 years of anti-income.
Yes.